And here we are getting ready to leave the Brotherhood, and we are heading to Necropolis. Killian Darkwater told us not to go here, but the water merchant said they might have some kind of water. So we're going to get to the bottom of that. I'm going to show you the trek. It's conveniently located between, a little ways east of Junktown and the hub. It also has the remnants of a very large city, which is different from the hub, as you can see just on the minimap. Now, the key to this area is getting into the sewers as quickly as possible. You could try to explore the entirety of former Bakersfield, but a lot of the ghouls will go hostile on you very quickly, and that could make this episode take a long time. So, I'm not going to do that. We drop into the sewers, and there are a lot of greater mole rats. They're the more powerful cousin of the lesser mole rats we met in Vault 15. I'm not going to show you the whole fight, but Dogmeat finishes the last mole rat, tearing out its throat, and we get a cattle prod, which is an electric melee weapon, not as good as the super sledge. So, not going to use it, although it would be fun to hit people with the cattle prod, I'm sure. But if you don't have the super sledge, it's a pretty good melee weapon, except for it has ammo, because it'll run out of electric charge. And we're going to come up here and give a little look around. We're not really all that far ahead of where we would have been, and the ghouls will attack us. So I'm just going to bail down the sewers, because I made a mistake and didn't mean to come up here. For whatever reason, it doesn't actually take me down. So we're going to, a lot of these ghouls are not very hard to kill. So Ian saws one's head off with bullets. Tycho drops another. So these aren't super hard encounters. It would just take a really long time. And I'm not farming XP or anything, so there's no reason for me to stay up here. I can't tell you what kind of loot there is up here. So maybe there's really great stuff that I'm missing out on. And for whatever reason, it's not letting me descend the stairs just yet. And there we go. It's a little bit of a bug. Game was made in 1997. So there we are. We go down. We're back into the sewers. It'll be pretty dark here, but I'm not going to adjust the brightness quite as much as I did in the Vault 15 video, because we're not going to be underground the entire time, and it would look really weird. So we see some dead ghouls. Gonna look at what they have. Nothing particularly great. So we'll continue down these sewers. And here, this place gives me the creeps. Wait, don't shoot. Yeah, I'm looking for water. It's controlled by Set. Set is a ghoul, but he's assumed some power. Okay, why does he let you live down here? Nobody really knows why Set lets him live down here. I'm looking for a water chip. Our own stopped working, getting our water from a place above ground. The water computer is being used. Okay. I ask him what's going on. If you take the water chip from us, we'll all die. Is it possible to fix the pump? Sure. See, the ghouls can drink regular groundwater because they're already destroyed by radiation anyhow. They don't technically need the water chip to survive, to purify the water. So we're going to fix their pump so they don't all die and get the water chip. Now, interestingly enough, while we're walking through the sewers, I'll tell you this. If you go ahead and take the water chip anyways and don't fix the shed and come back to Necropolis, everyone is gone. And if you go into the area where the water chip is, which I'll show you later in the video, there's only one guy left alive, and he tells you that everyone's died of thirst. So, that's that. And it's distinctly different from the Gizmo situation where nobody realizes that Gizmo's dead. So, I'm just looking at these ghouls because they have weapons. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to die or anything. But we're going to open the door. If Ian will let us out, he will. And above us is an old church. And that's where the leader of the ghouls in Necropolis lives. it has a door guard, and the door guard basically tells you to go away. Go away, you're not wanted here. I told you to leave. But we're gonna go in anyways. And we go. You see some glowing ghouls that have been imprisoned by the other normal ghouls. Glowing ghouls have taken a lot more radiation, and that's Set. He's obviously been changed by the radiation. And I say, well, you're pretty smart for a ghoul. And is that sucking up? Listen, Walker, I don't deal with norms. They have, they call humans that weren't changed by radiation norms. I'm Set. I'm in charge. Get it? Got it. Good. The mutants at the watershed need dirt naps. Makes my shadow grow. Done. Excellent. Teach those mutants the last lesson, then amble back. But the ghouls are still going to attack you everywhere. Otherwise, the super mutants might learn that something's up. So we will go back down in the sewers and continue forward in the sewers, as opposed to going above ground, where we're going to have to fight a crap load of ghouls. As you can see, there are a lot of ghouls there, and they attack us for no reason. So I'm just going to try to keep them off of me. If my teammates kill anybody, then whatevs. I just don't want to take unnecessary damage, so I'm knocking them away from me if they're too close, because most of them don't have guns. And we're just going to try, I'm going to go run for the sewer lid and get down under. And I think it'll be like one or two more turns before I can get down. As you can see, that's why this area would take so long. Alright, and there we go. And we get 120 XP for that one ghoul that I smashed. And those are the guards for the nice ghouls that we talked to, that just want us to fix their water purification system. So a little here to the right, there are a lot of rats. I smash them up with my hammer, and we shoot some of them, and there are greater more rats above them that are a little bit more of a concern, but really, as is, for my character, it's not a big deal, because I'm pretty well decked out, so even greater mole rats are not going to pose a serious threat, no matter how many of them there are. And I just let the ranged guys kill the rest of these rats, because it's going to go a lot quicker if they do it. And then the mole rat fight I'm going to cut. Oh, I got a rat that's stopping me. I'm going to cut the mole rat fight because it takes quite a little bit of time. And there they are, all dead. Now, the reason I show you this is because there are a bunch of dead ghouls up here in this corner. And one of the ghouls has an energy pistol, and that energy pistol is the first true energy weapon you'll find if you choose to specialize in energy weapons. So if I were trying to play really well, and I had selected energy weapons as one of the things I was really good at, that'd be one of the places you'd want to go right away, so you could get your energy weapon and be good with it. We're going to continue north here, and it'll lead us to a ladder up, basically, and nowhere else to go. So we're going to head up, and we'll see our first living super mutants after my comrades let me out of the way. So you come out of here. These ghouls usually won't attack you, and there you see Sally, the super mutant. Sally doesn't attack you on sight and isn't really worried about you. But we're going to go down this hole because I have business to attend to. The ghouls told me that they had parts that were lost in the sewers that they need to fix their pump. And I want to fix their pump. No need to let those ghouls starve to death. Or die of thirst, rather. and said parts are up here. So we're going to smash up some rodent life in our quest for the parts for the water. And there we go. I will show you the end of the mole rat fight, where I sledgehammer that guy to death. And then right there on the ground are the junk parts. And that's what you put into the machine that we'll see later to make it work. And that's where they are. You can acquire junk parts in other places in the game that I haven't showed you, and I'm not sure if those would work. If you disturb the boss, he's gonna hit you. So here we go. We're gonna disturb the boss. Hey, you not look like Ghoul. Let me guess. You not Ghoul. I knew you're alright. I have to kill you. This fight is incredibly dangerous because 2 of the mutants use very advanced weaponry. So we're gonna whack Harry. I'm gonna show you the entirety of the fight because I manage it pretty well. And if you're playing a similar kind of character, it might turn out okay. So Sally goes hostile, even though he was nice. And Dogmeat's pretty much going to be assigned to Sally duty with Tycho. And Ian's going to try to help. So you see, besides Harry with his energy, his laser, there's another super mutant beside him, and they use melee. I'm not as worried about that super mutant. So we're going to whack Harry. And even though it throws him down the super sledge, he's fairly close to me because the table's in the way. We're going to whack the other guy because he's close. Some more Dogmeat biting a mutant, knocking him down quite a bit. Tycho doesn't participate in the fight, which is unfortunately a bug. Now, the other mutant that just started to move, he's third in line from the left. He has a flamethrower. That's not good. If the flamethrower guy can get out, he will kill a lot of my friends, and probably me too. So I'm going to stand in the doorway and prevent him from going further. He didn't have enough action points to shoot me. So I pretty much have to finish him, or things are going to go really badly. So I whack him once for 32 damage, I miss. I whack him again for 30 damage, and it kills him. So there we go. Sally's going to go down to Dogmeat. And we got a couple more mutants to fight. This guy's just another unarmed mutant, and he's dead. We're going to end combat, and we're going to chase these mutants. And it reminds me of the Hightower encounter where I said I used a little trick where I turned on combat before I walked in the room. Because you're going to see that one super mutant just run from me, and it's going to take me forever to catch up. So, yeah, I just chased this guy into a corner, basically. And then Ian shoots me in the back a bit. There he is. Twice. And then then Ian shoots him and he dies. So we're going to loot these guys, because the important thing is if you're an energy weapons specialist and you kill these guys, Harry has a really great laser rifle, which I just picked up, and the flamethrower guy, which qualifies as a big gun, is right there. So you get your first set of energy weapons and your first free big gun if you come here and take care of those guys. They also have rockets for a rocket launcher, which would be really nice. And they're AP rockets, so they hit heavily armored targets. I don't believe... Oh, it's Larry, not Sally. My apologies. But Larry has nothing, and there's another super mutant that you have to kill to take care of the quest. So I'm just going to bludgeon him to death. And right here with this hammer swing to the face... we eliminate all the super mutants in Necropolis. So we've done as set commanded, and we are going to run back and inform him that we've killed all the super mutants. He has another route that leads you right behind him. Follow Garrett for your reward. Now I'm busy. Now, if you say anything other than okay, thanks, Set and all his ghouls will attack you. It's not a particularly hard fight, but it's just not a fight I'm interested in taking because it'll take a long, long time, almost as long as watching the school walk to the refrigerator to get your reward. But I wanted to show you the reward because it's such a good reward. And here he is running to the refrigerator, in which he gives you some Coke bottles and 50 bucks. So that's all you get for eliminating the mutants. And then they tell you to get out. So we are back up here where the super mutants used to live. That big machine over there is the purification machine. I'm going to equip the junk and shove the junk into the purification machine. We fail the first time and succeed the second time and gain 1000 XP. Now you walk down here, you see a ghoul in a jail cell. I'm going to go ahead and equip some lockpicks and lockpick that door. And I'll release him. Thanks for letting me out. Where does the water come from? The water comes, you can get down to the water from the cell next door. So we are going to head down there after we explore the area just a little bit and level up. I'm going to look in this cabinet, or really broken bookshelf, but nothing's there. And we are going to head down the sewer here. And another sewer. And we see 2 glowing ghouls. So we're going to go ahead and dispatch them. They say you tread without permission. So I'm going to sledgehammer them. Because, well, I can. They punch me a bunch for no damage, and I believe Tycho and Ian will finish them. Nope, I have to do it. Good old sledgehammer. And that's that. They don't have anything lootable on themselves. And, oh look, a vault. So chances are this is Vault 12. Now, Vault 12 doesn't have the same lootable spots that Vault 15 does. So I look for them, they're not there. And you can talk to some of these glowing ghouls and some of them will just attack you. This is sort of the supply area of the vault. If you remember, we found our dynamite here in Vault 15. And there's really not a lot to write home about in these. As in nothing. Now we're going to walk. This area was blocked off in Vault 15. You see a dead merchant. He's got nothing. Bunch of glowers standing around him. It also doesn't have an overseer's area built into it, which goes into some of its backstory. We now have the water chip, and we are going to leave. And the way you get out of Necropolis is you just come back up, walk out the building, and there's an exit grid right there for you. And that goes Necropolis.